Hey guys, hi, welcome to my next video. This is Abhinav, and on this channel I talk about newcomer advice. I'm personally a newcomer. I came to Canada in 2019. I've been working here, I've been studying here, and everything what I share in my videos is based on my personal experience. In this video we're going to talk about how do we apply for a student visa when coming to Canada. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon below, and you'll be notified for all the videos I bring in the future. So let's get started. So in the last video we talked about how to move to Canada in 2021 as a student, and in this video we'll talk about how to apply for your visa. So if you haven't seen my last video, I recommend go to the description box below and click on the link to my last video, as that one talks about why should you move to Canada and what are the reasons I moved to Canada and is this a good time to move to Canada or no. And there are quite a few different things that I've covered in that video, so I recommend you to check it out. So the first reason why you should move to Canada is the low immigration rates. So whatever happened in the last 1 year and all the quota that the government had, they're moving that to 2021, 2022 and 2023. So it's a really good time to move. So the next thing that I have on the list is all the benefits that the Canadian government offers. So I talk everything in detail in the last video, and I won't bore you with the same one again. In this video we'll talk about how to apply for your visa, because there are two main steps. One is that you can do it yourself, and the second one is that you can apply with an agent, because it's not that hard and could be done in like 15 to 30 minutes. So before you start, you need a few things ready. For example, your college offer letter, your GIC in Ontario or any other province except Quebec. The GIC amount is $10,000 and in Quebec it's $11,000. I've also explained GIC in my last video, and I'd recommend you should check it out, and that'll give you more details on that. So let's continue this process on the computer and I'll show you everything step by step. Let's go. So I'll put the link of this URL in the description box below. So as you can see, as soon as you click here, you have two options to sign in with your username and your password. So I have my username and password created, but if you don't, you can click on the sign up button on the right side and you can proceed with that. So once I log in, it'll show me a signing message, a welcome message you can say, with my username and everything. You can read it if you want, or if you want to change your password or your recovery questions or anything else, you can do it here. If not, you can continue. After you continue, it shows you the TNC, the terms and conditions. I'd say you should read it once thoroughly, and so that you understand what you're getting into. Once you read it, you can click on the I accept button. So when you sign up, it also asks you to fill in a few question and answers, like roughly 5 to 6, which you need to remember, so that every time you log in, you have to fill in the details that the portal asks you. So as soon as you log in, it will be empty for you because you won't have an existing application. But what you have to do is that scroll down. So you need to click on apply for study permit, and if you see this one, there's a study permit fee of $150, and depending on the country you may have different processing times. And there's also an additional $85 biometric fee that you'll see in the next few steps. You can read everything that they have mentioned here. All the eligibility criteria, everything is clearly mentioned. Once we land here, we see that under the eligibility criteria, the first one is a DLI number. So all the major colleges in Canada, they have a DLI number. So what you can do is that check your offer letter and you should have it there. If not, I'll also put a link in the description box below, in which you can search for your college and you'll be able to find your DLI number. You should have the proof of your tuition fee, and you should also have your GIC set up and everything done, because these are the requirements that you need to follow when you're applying for your visa. Basic police clearance that you need, a medical certificate that you'll need, and the third one is SOP, that is you have to prove to the visa officer that what are your intentions once your study is over. In the last video I've also talked about SOPs. You can check it out, and I also shared a few samples in that. So let's go to the next one. So once you scroll down, you will see that there's a new option that came a few months ago, that is student direct stream, and this is valid for a few countries, not all the countries. So majorly China, India, Morocco, Pakistan, Philippines, Senegal and Vietnam. So if you belong to any of these countries, what you can do is that apply for SDS, and you can get your visa in the next 20 days. You click on this, it'll take you to a new form. It's mainly a similar form, but all the things that I'm sharing in this one are also valid for a normal visa, but the portal is a little bit different. The next option is to go to the next step, that is who can apply. Here are the same countries that I just talked about. all the 7 countries. You can read all the things that we just talked about. Your college DLI number, you can apply when you're out of Canada, your proof of funds, your GIC, and everything. Medical certificate, police certificate, IELTS. So it's nothing like that is new, but everything that you'll already have. Here we can see that all the banks that are acceptable for GIC, you can select any one that you want. You don't have to go with one that is Scotia that everyone says. Pick the one that you like. That's okay. All the basic stuff. Let's go to the next one that talks about how to apply. It tells you that you have to pay for your biometric fee depending on your country. As soon as you select your country, it'll show you what all are required. Sign in again if it asks. And now when you scroll down, you'll see option to apply for come to Canada. Click on that option, and the same thing that we just saw in the few minutes ago. But now there's an option that says apply for a study permit. You click on the study permit and you have to fill in the required details that is asked for. Why are you coming to Canada? How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Your passport code. Depending on the country, you'll have your passport code. Where are you currently located? For now, in this video, I'm selecting India for everything because that is where I came from. If you're in Canada, you have to select Canada as your country. Do you have a family member in Canada? You can select yes or no depending on yourself. But please make sure if you're selecting yes, the family member should be an immediate family member. That is your brother, sister, or your parents. No cousins or anything else are counted under it. Next option is to add your date of birth. For now, I'm just adding anything random, but please make sure whatever you enter is totally correct. So next question is, are you a US resident or a citizen? Yes, no, depending on your personal profile selected. Next one would be just confirming that the college that you have selected is DLI institution or no. Please make sure you have your DLI college information. Click yes. Go to the next step. So the next question is that is asking you, in the last 1 year, have you spent more than 6 months in a designated country? So recently Canada has removed all countries from designated country. So by default the answer would be no. I'll also put a list of all the designated countries that was there before. Next question is, have you done your medical exam in the last 12 months? Technically you should say yes because this is the time that you should have your medical and everything done. Marital status, your province of destination. I came to Ontario, so I'm adding Ontario for now. And the next thing it shows that, okay, these are the results based on the questions that you answered, and you're eligible to apply for a study permit. That is what we wanted. So let's see what happens next. As soon as you click next, it tells you that, okay, it's almost over. There are a few more steps that you need to follow. Just keep on following the simple form and you should be good. If you have a valid study permit, the answer would be yes, no, depending on your situation. So what I'm adding in this video is based on a new student. So it'll be no for now. A few more basic questions. Are you an exchange student? Are you coming with a spouse? Are you coming alone? So this is one of the really important questions, is that is work an essential component of your studies? So if your college says that you have a mandatory co-op, then the answer would be yes. If it says the co-op is not mandatory, then it'll be no. So please check your offer letter for that, and based on that, it makes a difference when you file for your visa. Because for co-op, you need a different visa. If you select a different option here, and when you actually have to finish your co-op, then you might have to apply for your visa one more time. Common law partner, yes, no. If you're married or no. Next one is, are you Commonwealth scholarship or any other scholarship? So I was no. So yeah, pretty basic for me. Pretty average person. Clicking no, going to the next step. Are you accompanying with a family member? So if you're coming with someone else, the amount that you need to bring to Canada to support yourself also differs. So if you're coming alone, the GIC is 10,000 for except Quebec, and Quebec is 11,000 for now. If you're coming with a different family member, I think it increases by 4,000 per person. So you can check that depending on your profile. Have you previously been arrested? Similar basic police clearance questions. Yes, no. Are you submitting a profile for your family member now? Are you giving someone access to use your profile, like your agent or anyone else? Depending on your personal situation, you can select yes, no, or something else. As we're doing everything ourselves, and I did myself, so for now I'm selecting no. But if you want to give access to your profile to someone else, an agent or something, then you can select yes here. So in the last 10 years, have you given your biometrics? Technically, a new person, a new student who's coming to Canada won't have it. But if in a case you have given your biometrics for Canada in the last 10 years, you can select yes here, else you just click no and keep on going. So they're saying that there are fees associated that we know about. It is $150 plus $85 for biometrics. Next question that we have is for your camera or picture. That's pretty simple. You can also use your phone for cam scanner and upload the documents. If they should be pretty clear, that's the only constraint. Visa, MasterCard required to complete your form, that's okay. So yeah, this is the review phase. So once you finish all the details that you entered, it shows you all the answers, and just check everything one more time to make sure everything is correct. It shows you that okay, everything is done. You just have to go to the next step, finish your documentation, and then wait. But let's go to the next one and show you what are the next steps. So this is the important step that has a lot of information. We'll skip the first section for now, but we'll go to the next one, the supporting document section. This one is pretty straightforward because you have to add just 5 things. That is your passport, letter of acceptance, that is your offer letter, proof of financial support, that is your GIC, digital picture. I'll put the specs of the picture on the screen somewhere and you can take a reference from there. The last one is family information. It's also a straightforward form. You have to fill in your family details, your details of your brother, sister if you have, or your parents. Let's go to the form. That's the main important thing. So as soon as you click on the first link, the form link, name of the form, you will be able to download it. So if you're using Chrome, it will show you the please wait sign. What you have to do is that on top right, there should be a download button. Click on the download button and the form would download. So once you download the form, what you have to do is that open this form in Adobe Reader, because that is the one that for sure supports it. And once you open the form, you'll see there are a couple of red boxes that you have to fill in. These are all the basic details that you have to fill in: your language details, your address details, your name, passport, education, employment if there's any. And it's a kind of lengthy form, but it'll take you like 30 minutes tops to fill it. Fill in all the required details. Yes, Indian citizenship details, your country. I'll just quickly scroll through the complete form. You're applying from same country. You can click the checkbox that I'm applying from the same country. Once you do it, it won't ask you to fill in the complete details one more time. These are almost the same details that we already added in the form, but they want it in a different format. I'll show you why. A national identity document could be passport, or if you already have added a passport, the next thing that you can do is that you can add your driving license. Driver's license is the easiest thing because it is recognized in the whole world. So just add your passport in the passport section, and in the national identity document number you can add your driving license number or any other document that you have from your own country that is government approved. This is also an important section where you have to enter your details of your college, name of the college, what course are you doing, what is your field of study, your province, city, address of the college. So everything that you add on this screen is based on the college details. And if you see number 4, it asks you for a tuition. So for all the details here, what you have to do is that go to your offer letter. Your offer letter would clearly specify the tuition fee, the funds available that you have on your GIC, and you can tell that my expenses would be paid by my savings, my parents, and everything. So nothing that is totally new for a person. It's a pretty straightforward form. You can keep on going to all the steps one by one, and you should be able to easily fill it up. Employment details, background information. So this one, we're all used to adding these details in all the forms. So you can just keep on reading the questions and answer yes, no based on your personal profile. Yeah, so in the end, that is the important part. You have to click yes so that CIC can contact you. You have to fill in the form, then you have to sign. If you're filing online, what you can do is that sign online, add your details, and once everything is done, click on validate, because this is one of the really important steps that sometimes some people miss and the forms don't save. So as soon as you're done finishing up your form, just click on validate. As soon as you click validate, there should be a barcode available at this section on the screen. Once you see it, click save, file save, or control S or command S, whatever your system you're using. So as soon as you save the form, just come back to a CIC portal, click on the upload file button. Once you click on the upload file button, it should be an option to upload the actual form that you just filled in. Select the form, click on upload file, it will be uploaded automatically. For all the documents, I'll highlight one more thing. Make sure the file size is not that large, because I think the file size maximum supported is 4 megabytes, 4 MB. So please try to make sure all the documents that you're uploading is in PDF format, because PDF won't take a lot of space and the quality would be there as well. Once that is done, it'll show you in the bottom that okay, that is the fee that you owe, $150 for your study permit and $85 for your biometric fee. Once that is done, there should be an option to submit it. As soon as you submit, your file would be processed. So once you apply for your study permit, the next step would be that you'll send your passport to CIC or your VAC offices in your country. They stamp your visa and give it back to you. As soon as you have it, we can book your tickets, come to Canada, and once you land in Canada, the airport, you can go to the immigration officer and they'll guide you through the complete process. Okay guys, so that was how you actually apply for your visa. Like we just saw that all the accounts are created and everything is done. So you just need to wait for a few days and you'll see updates coming up on your CIC account. So whenever CIC sends you an update, you always get an email notification as well. So if you're not checking your CIC account on a regular basis, I recommend you may check your emails at least once every day. I hope you like my content. Please like and subscribe to my channel and also share with your friends and family. I'll bring in a lot more tips and tricks in the future. That's it for this one, guys.